gotta do is clip this one of maybe you can post as many clips as you want, by the way. There's no restriction. But even if you clip one moment and it turns out to be a bop, it turns out to get the most amount of votes on the subreddit, you're just basically gonna be getting free pocket money, which is gonna be $20. So yeah, be sure to do that. Be sure to bag that free money. Who says no to that? And now with that, we are in the final match, the final opportunity these teams are gonna be having to prove themselves, to get that $200 prize money, to be named the champion of Plausible Gaming PUBG Tournament Season 4. So yeah, we are now beginning.
Every single moment, map, hour, minute, second we've had up until now leads to these final few moments. And Holler, we are here for them to see these teams battle it out. A lot of early drops, no one really wanting to go to the edge of the map. And for now, I will be dropping some information that one of these teams will be forfeiting this last match. I don't believe it's going to be one of the top teams, but still, it is a shame. And yeah, it just sadly is what it is. But for now, we're going to have to head to the action in MTA. Let's take a look at what they're going to be rocking.
We have a player of 7G up really close, so granted. Fires a few shots. Does have an AKM, so he can deal a lot of damage with that rifle. It is definitely a really good rifle to have, but for now, he's just going to be deciding to stay passive. Once again, hey, Bob, it is Miramar, of course. So yeah, the player's just going to be, really relaxed, really chill. They do need to focus on the loots because the last time we saw a team fighting without loot is really we saw what happened. So I don't believe there's any other team that is going to be looking forward to having the same fate. So yeah, M9TA, Grandad. Oh, RPG in hand. He's trying to scout him out. Kasu needs to be really careful. He needs to be really cautious because he can be, just bombed with a flying missile on its face. So yeah. But on the other side, you can see 7G already taking a lot of damage. Afrite, in fact, is going to be taken down instantly by Side My Life, and Grandad on the other side, he has one player from 7G pinned down, and he's not really just, looking forward to letting him go. There we go, Hasu. They exactly know where he is. Here. There we go. Perfect RPG, but he's now receiving fire from blue line. Has to get himself into a safer position. Is going to be finishing out the kill first. This is really nice. He's just getting the kill. M9TA has done some damage to 7G. 7G not off to a good start.
Not necessarily, but M9TA also having a bit of a rough time. First blood has been dropped, and both of these teams are really going toe-to-toe right now. As for, we did get confirmation from production that the team No Tag has forfeited, and that is the reason there are only 15 teams starting out, and that's a reason that the rest of the teams are going to be maybe having an easier time, but also in harder ones, and those are 4 points and 4 kills that the others could have captured upon. Matters not. Typhoon taking long range. Oh, and they managed to collect some shots. This is going to be really deadly as Grandad is taken out so early.
Definitely is the case. Typhoon G coming into the battlefield, dealing damage onto M9TA, who were just battling it out with 7G. That M24 is capable of a lot, but it just doesn't have the right scope yet. 2x, you can't really do much. But hey, he is trying to land some shots because, hey, he has the higher ground. And as you said, Bob, Sniper Haven it is. He is trying to make full use of it. They are walking into that bridge, but the problem is they're going to be greeted by more of Typhoons there. And how they're going to be dealing with it is up to them. They are crossing the bridge. They are doing it really nicely. But yeah, there we go. The damage is being dealt. Cog is going to be getting bumped down onto M9TA. And the battle has begun. Typhoon seeming to be the winner of this. And yes, sir, M9TA is now eliminated from this map as well. Too early for them, but it is their fate, and Typhoon G is gonna be coming out to be the victorious. Well, they're just really, humbled M9TA there, and yeah, really nicely played, setting up a sniper far away and camping out the bridge. Yeah, shut down M9TA there.
I have never seen a play such smart as this. Typhoon here really
I know, right?
stepped ahead of time. They were reading every move that M9TA put up, and they set a trap on the bridge, and they set some players on high ground to lure them nicely into those two camping them out. And that is just the best way of saying that Typhoon here are amazing at reading these players like a book, as that's a very early elimination. Not even 5 minutes have passed us by, and that's already M9TA, which is a quite an alright team, and we've definitely seen them have their moments taken out.
Definitely is the case, but hey, they are now out. And now it's Typhoon G with the early eliminations. In fact, 4 in total for these guys. But around the rest of the map, you don't really see a lot of stuff happening except not here. Just giving out a complete spray down. Has an SLR with an 8x equipped, and he definitely sees that one guy. Oh, trying to fire some shots. He's even going to land some, but not good enough for a knockout just yet. Red line once again spread out as they usually are, and that is what keeps them alive. They do have their eyes on without members as well. These three teams up close really each other. They all have the information that they need. Not once again, SLR in hand, shots being fired, nothing being landed though just yet. Yeah, they're just trying to deal damage, maybe get a knockout or two, and if they do so, that might be their cue to scale up. But for now, no scaling ups to be seen.
No scalings, no cues, red lines. Idly Pie just holding down this little house, this little hut or few village, nicely playing it safe and not wanting to catch the most of attention of any teams just as of yet. Again, they are contenders for #1. This means a huge bunch, and in the meanwhile, here shots out. 1453 gonna be throwing some nades. Mali's utility out on early, contesting some players, although nicely backing off. As again, this early game, everyone does want to make it to the final as much as they physically can, and right now it all depends on how quickly you are eliminated and by who you are taken out.
Definitely is the case. These teams have to be really cautious about everything that's happening around them. 143 Esports. Oh, there you go. Look at Myth. They are receiving a lot of fire from 1453, and it's going to be Zachlinator. Look at that. What a good spray down by this guy. Gaming G somewhere also dealing a good amount of damage, but Zachlinator being a Terminator from Myth right now. So much damage now. Justice down! Practices the perfect timing. On to Needix, but Needix gets out that bike just in time. Gets himself to safety. But Zachlinator just not down yet. After that first aid and maybe a energy drink or two, he should be ready and good to go to take another fight. Because yeah, time is of the essence. If he has to push, he has to. And he's doing just that. Needix has to shut him down. Has to close it out if he wants to stay alive.
As you mentioned at Holler, the Terminator 1453 now on the move, and each single step he takes closer, the more of a threat it is towards Myth. Nicely reloading. The shotgun up close is definitely going to be very dangerous when it comes to area of denial, such as this, such close confrontations, absolutely granted. And Zachlinator's looking to use that and reap off of his own benefits, but as of current, still seeking out and trying to lure any players into his own line of sight while having no succession. We are going to be moving down to where Gaming Gladiators are fighting off Storm, and in the meanwhile, many players caught off as Seidel and 2 extra are just completely alone here. Again, everyone taking a certain part of the map and having it be their own location. A drop down that will be just quite unfortunate.
That was so unnecessary. Okay. It's just, you get to see this stuff happening. But hey, yeah. Candle definitely got a lot of information around the map. Saw many of the players, and that is definitely going to be handy to them to, anticipate what their next move should be. But now we have our eyes onto 4 Angry S. OZ up close, really. A lot of players, and yeah, he is being bombarded with nades right now. But the question is, will it land? And look at how close they are. And yeah, there we go. The first shot fired. DR1 is going to be the first one to be taken down. Knockout is there. Eternal coming into the battlefield as well is going to be taken down. And just another one as well, but still Eternal receiving, or at least returning some fire there. Is going to be knocking out on 1 for Angry side as well. The finishing elimination was there too, but the problem is, Bob, he's the only one remaining now. And if he wants to get 2 revives, he's going to have to pull a miracle here. Because, yeah, the crosshair from 4 Angry side is just there. Should be able to get 1, but what about the other guy? This should be enough, though. Because, yeah, if he gets up and heals himself back up, it should be really good. But there's the nade. Will it hit? Not just yet. More nades being popped. More utils. They're still up really close. Oh, that's good. That's a good nade. Oh, boy.
That zone pop is really going to be finding greatness. And, well, one of the players here from Without valuing that. Now, 4 Angries with 1 player having less availability to shoot anyone down. A fight going down between Myth and 1453, and 1 for 4 Angry Sense. And, of course, Without, it's going to be quite deep. It's going to be really strong here, but they're just healing up, trying to recover from everything taken. Tiska either going for the revive or taking out anyone. It's a gamble he needs to take, and he loses it out in the end. A headshot onto him delivered, and Without right now having even a bit of trouble. For Angry Sense putting up a decent fight. But there's only one player right now to really put it in, and the other taken out as it's a solo man journey now.
For sure. Eternal is alive. Mesnik, though, does spot one out on 4angry's side. Is going to be receiving some fire as well. Just move out of that window. He's trying to get the information, though, if he is scaling up. But yeah, he's safe for now. He knows there are more, bound to be more. For now, he's safe, but once again, not for long. He's practically just created this house. A really nice sniper, and this is going to be smoked off, though. That is a really nice smoke, in fact. He's going to be shutting down one of the windows. M762 out, trying to peek, trying to find a kill. But just like that, 4angry's, they are scaling up. I believe it's Kilwick. Kilavi, sorry. Up really close, and there we go. Perfect peek and a buzz kill onto this guy. 79 HP, that is good to work around with. He found one. Can he get more, though? Locked up inside, last alive. Is being dealt a lot of damage. Tosses smoke, first aid popped. Trying to stay alive, but the final lane on the coffin should be there soon enough. There we go. 4angry Sense has now been eliminated. Stayed alive, survived to the best of his ability. But yeah, that was bound to happen.
Second team to be taken out of the competition as TDM right now having shots be delivered by the side of Gaming Gladiators, who are out to look and find themselves opening blood as they have one kill, but they need to secure an extra few. Ramming over, that's a down. TDM do have themselves a bout, and without definitely join along. Stormore as well. Finishes from both teams. Gaming Gladiators with 2, 1 unconfirmed, soon to be, and long range gunfight as of course US having a bit of trouble keeping up this high ground, and so many kills popping off. There are some confirmations in the meanwhile, and there is TDM being taken out as soonly to follow right now without our having their final player here really go and catch a lot of bullets on his path.
This is once again that same phase of the game where there are just way too many eliminations to keep up with, because yeah, so many knockouts, so many eliminations back to back, you can't just really keep track of what's happening. But yeah, these teams, they have to do this, because yeah, as they're closing up along with the circle, they are bound to fight each other, bound to fight for space, and that is exactly what happened here. And after that entire engagement, things have once again seemed to calm down a little bit. There are a few engagements still going on, but once again, it's Miramar, so they're long range. But with that, they're now 12 teams remaining with 35 alive, and now they're going to be battling it out with each other for, once again, let me remind you, the final map of the series. So yeah, a lot on the stake, a lot on the line, but these teams, they are going to be having to fight it out to decide for themselves who's going to be the winner. With that, Samler is now, one of the very good teams in fact, is now eliminated.
Yes, they are. Gaming Gladiators lost out on a player, only securing 2 kills for now. They have really applied a lot of damage to others, but sadly could not, as we can see, Extend right now is number 1 on the leaderboard when it comes down to damage, with almost 400 in the pocket, and both 2 kills to carry Gaming Gladiators to victory. Not only do they need to find an extra few, but hero plays are going to be required for one team if they want to make it to the top. And well, boys from downtown right now, as much as they do have the top when it comes to kills, their players are taking damage from the storm alone, and they need to find a way out as soon as possible.
Definitely need to get out of there. Definitely need the rotation coming through as soon as possible, because hey, even though it's not as punishing for now, it is still doing them a little bit of damage. And they do still have actually a bit of a space to get out of that and still not be in an engagement with another team. So yeah, they definitely can get out of there. But if we do look at Fairy Tail and Typhoon, they are in a battle right now. They're battling it out. Bombi's going to be spotting one, trying to land a few shots, really long range. But hey, has the perfect gun for it. There we go. Scopes out, trying to land some bullet onto, well, doesn't really land, but he's definitely hoping for it. The problem is, they need to get 1 knockout at least before scaling up, just as always. And another problem is that Cog is up really close. He's knocked out, and Typhoon has no way of getting the revive in, because as they do, or if they decide to do so, Bombi is there holding the line. Bombi, all on your hands now.
Shots from Fairy Tail, connecting very nicely. Sidecog will be the one to fall to it. And right now in the sandstorm, in the midst of it all, as much as it provides some extra cover, you might want to get away from it, as it definitely is more of a downside than an up. 1453, that's a nade and down. Absolute accuracy we're talking about, but someone's making a bit of a roundabout. Is it expected? I believe so. Your soul is mine. Yes, it is, but is it going to be claimed by none other than Koji? And that's a down, not only protecting one of your own, but in the meanwhile trying to take out some extra enemies on the field. Definitely looking good. But all these teams are quite close, although none of them are really taking this gambling stride to try and wipe others.
For sure. Zachlinator once again seized one of the members of All Against Us. That's going to be DC Kale. But yeah, no bullets land for now, and he's just going to be repositioning himself out of danger, into safety, and closer to his teammates. Storm under Quest also in the vicinity, and one of the members is up really close to 1453. He might be in a bit of a trouble if he actually engages one of 1453's, because hey, they are up close, and this is like the perfect opportunity for any of the team to third party if there is a fight. But it really comes down to, the game of patience, whichever team decides to take the fight first. Storm under Quest, they are closing up. 1453, amazing positioning so far. They do have control of that entire construction area. Still though, no engagement just yet as the team moves closer. But if we do look over to the other side, Redline already spots one out. Boys from downtown, Ronnie has taken a lot of damage, but still, no knockout just yet. Ronnie just trying to barely get out of there, and while Avis is being his daredevil, he's just his death angel right now, who is going to be perfectly delivering the elimination as well onto Ronnie. That is one kill secured for Avis, I believe. Yeah, it should be. Doesn't quite show up on the UI yet, but yeah, that is one down on Boys from downtown.
Oh, seeing as this is map number 6, and 10 teams are still alive with only 13 minutes remaining until absolute chaos is unfolded. Oh, it's about to get really interesting. It's going to be really scary. I'm already shaking in my boots right now, and I'm just watching. Imagine how sweaty the players are, how stressful they tend to be, especially those who are in the top 4, top 5 on the leaderboard, who still have a chance of actually going home with a victory. Typhon, though, they definitely put it into consideration, as that's a down onto one of the players from AAUS, and even a finish followed after.
Definitely, all of these players just have to keep their nerves under control, and as we say that, one knock is going to be coming through from Typhon. Extends, spotting one out on red lines. He sees a member. No shots fired just yet, though. Pulls out the sniper, not really giving away his position just yet. Gaming Gladiators, they still do have 3 members alive, so yeah, they do have a very good chance at taking them the win. Redline, so close. Extends has to take this fight. Perfect elimination. Buzzkill onto this guy. Can he get another? Almost makes it a double one. Pulls out the nade. Is going to be cooking it out. There we go. He perfectly sees where he is. The nade, though, is going to be barely missing because, yeah, Redline moving out of the way. More nades being cooked, though. They have to get their res in, but there we go. Zeko just being super aggressive. Is going to be bombarded with nades right now. There's the backup nades coming through. He's just trying to scope, trying to get the kill in, but is one member down, and what can he really do all alone? Levante, though, coming into the battlefield as well, is going to be taking down Zeko right away. Has a lot more to deal with just yet, though. The battle's not over. The fight's not over. Redline, knock. Where are the rest of them? Where's the last one? He's coming. Ooh. He's a bit late. He's a bit far away, but I think the only option for him is to run away, because Gaming Gladiators are looking super strong right now. They're looking really good. They really want to take this win with them.
Extra buff growing up and still having the lead being theirs. Loot's coming out, and Gaming Gladiators have racked up 4 kills after the previous 2. Now, of course, Levante coming in for extra support. Redline with 2 players, definitely going to be having a tougher time. Need to ride that motorcycle to maybe find themselves an extra comfort zone, but that's going to be very difficult as this map offers practically 0. And players, both teams, are right now close. Shots are being fired, and Fairy Teller coming around the corner to find 2. And Redline has been eliminated as the 10th team, they go off, and that is their chance for victory now destroyed.
was just in the perfect position to deal with that. As soon as they stopped that bike and hopped off it, Con was like, hello, hey there, how you doing? And yeah, just wiped out Redline. So yeah, that is Redline now out. But the problem is there's still 9 teams alive and 20 minutes have passed already. So yeah, these teams are playing super passive. There have been eliminations, a lot of them in fact, but a lot of them are still alive. Practically, you could say half of the members that we initially started with are still alive. So yeah, a lot of battle remains, a lot of fighting still is there. And look at that, Conf once again spotting one out on mid side, not really taking the fight just yet because hey, he needs to see more. He needs to gain some more information. While on the other side, TNY is going to be landing a lot of bullets on the Storm on request. Good damage done. No kills to be seen just yet though. Storm still moving like a storm. One knockout is there, but no kills for TNY just yet. Typhon trying to get the elimination points as they always do, trying to deal all the damage as they always do, but nothing coming out just yet for these guys. It's just so many teams close to the right. Typhoon, Storm, and then there's Gaming Gladiators as well. So yeah, they all have to be really cautious.
Cutting the mighty close here. Typhoon comes out. Oh,
There
he
you
finds
go.
it down onto one. This is going to be a great start. Kicking things off. He makes sure to secure that kill as fast as possible human. But now, there it is. It's confirmed. Gonna back off. He had one, and that's gonna be one too many. As right now, Typhon G have been really dominant on these kills. 6 already is absolutely huge in numbers. But they're getting hunted down, and one of these players has been scouted. And Storm, right now, are looking for vengeance.
Vengeance it is. On this side, 7 Gaming is going to be taking one down. On 1453 side, Zaplinator, the Terminator, is going to be coming through, and he's going to be delivering his job, and there you go. 7 Gaming is now eliminated. TNY still strong on that hill. Is going to be dealing a lot of damage, but on the other side, you can see Dante getting kills as well, eliminating all against us out of the map. So it's Gaming Gladiators now once again alive and looking forward to winning this round. Because hey, look, they still have 7 kills, and that gives them 7 elimination points. That's still not as bad, right? That gives them a lot of advantage. Just survive for as long as you can, and you might just take this win. Typhon G on the other side, not looking really good. TNY, who was being a menace from that hill, is now finally knocked, and he needs his teammate to run to him, who is currently doing that, but he needs to heal himself back up as well. Will he make it in time? Because Myth is also running towards that knockdown guy to get the kill as well. Typhon G, it's a battle. It's a battle against the countdown now. TNY desperately needs that revive to come through.
Desperately does. It's going to be his last chance at having anyone to cover his back. Although Fairy Tail and Gaming Gladiators are about to have a huge fight, and Fairy Tail can overtake them on the leaderboard here, and in the meanwhile also secure themselves extra points. That's
kill.
one! Doesn't get it. Oh, but it's going to be the Storm actually finding one of the players from Zerpa here, although looking to finish the job. Here it is. Dante, I believe, up above is going to have to retreat and leave his player in the dust. The nade there claims the life, and now it's going to be a fight before one just falls. He's on the roof. He's spotted out. Gaming Gladiators are eliminated. And Fairy Tail right now are looking to have the best chances at winning this match.
Gaming Gladiators are going to be leaving this map. The 7 eliminations that they scored, well, they did survive for long enough. That was the top 6 teams, so yeah, they still might have a chance. But now, Fairy Tail, they do have the incentive to actually winning this all, because the way they're playing this out, getting the eliminations and moving up the leaderboard in this match, they might be able to win this all. Typhon Gaming, they successfully did get the revive through, and TNY is now back up and standing healthy, but not for long, because Storm has to say something about that. 66 HP, they are firing shots. Typhon, definitely not a good position to be in. They do have the high ground, but that high ground is also being a con right now because they're visible from all sides. They're being fired at from all sides, and Storm is taking perfect advantage of that K-Dill, getting the knockout onto Ronzera, and now it's the other teammate, TNY, who has to save him from dying.
Save him indeed. A lot matters here on the line, and everyone is battling to be the king of the hill. 3-4 teams on the same location, if we include Myth as one, maybe even 6, but this is the final few. Everyone is bunched up in one. They are forced by the circle. Fairy Tail are definitely the dominant ones, and while Storm on request are having the lowest of blows by every single one of them. They're catching the most fire fatalist of blows from every single direction. They're feeling shots, and now they are eliminated as the 5th team. 4 more remain, and you can take a look at it. Holler, the only team that has 4 players here will be Fairy Tail.
that is definitely the case, but I'm more surprised by how Typhon is actually able to stay or even keep themselves alive, because they were getting knocked out after knocked out, but still they're all alive somehow. But hold on to that, because Myth is now having a battle out with boys from downtown, and they are going to be clearing them out in a little bit of a, oh boy. Well, whatever, we're really going to be talking about that later, because Typhon has now have to deal with Myth. 2 players alive on both sides. They can't battle this out. Good nade coming in from a third party. That is going to be Fairy Tail. Conf once again being just as dominant. He had 4 eliminations for his team, and he's not stopping and looking to stop anytime soon. Bomb B coming into the battlefield as well is going to be dealing some damage, and there we go. Typhon finally stayed alive for so long, but not too long enough. Fairy Tail seemingly have the best chances of winning this out with the most man advantage. Myth only 2 alive. Can they do this against 4? Fairy Tail better positioning, higher ground. Myth better, worse man advantage because they don't have the people. Still holding on to it, still making the dream alive, still keeping the dream alive. Is going to be getting a kill. It's 3v2 now. Can he do this? Can they take this with them? Can they shut down Fairy Tail?
A dream is only a dream until it becomes fruition. And Myth right now, 2 players to back it up. They may still be sleeping, but this is their wake-up call. As for Fairy Tail, you still have 1 player above, holding it high. All location and information that is needed, you have it in your pocket. But Conf here, can you play off of it correctly? There's 1 player on the left side just using this swoop hill as one way of disguising himself right beneath it. And he's making a really good rotation, 1 right below. No damage just yet. Fairy Tail here are playing a dangerous game, but Myth are looking to execute them the second they spot him out.
Definitely what Myth is hoping to do, but it's part of he has been really good. He has been really good with the eliminations. He can definitely do this because, hey, now it's a 2v3, which makes it a lot more doable compared to a 2v4. Myth, 2 people, 2 players in a dream. For these guys and Fairy Tail, they definitely don't want this to get out of their hands either. Both of the teams have slowed down, playing it out for the circle, just waiting it out. Not making any moves, not being hasty at all, just calm and composed. And once again, going for the Gaming Gladiators approach, trying to make a crossfire, but Nedex is going to be denying that by a knockout. And there is probably no revive coming through as well, because, hey, both of the players from Fairy Tail are still spread out quite a lot. April is the next guy who's going to be fighting with Nedex. A good nade, but Nedex...
Looking the best here. Myth right now, your position has been blown. The down on top didn't seem to come through as Fairy Tail now recouping to try and take you out. Have themselves advantageous gunfights and wait for this circle to slowly choke you out. It's either going to be the circle or it's going to be you. Whichever one it may end up being. Fairy Tail are looking for a winning battle.
Sparta has a really good position on this guy. April, though, still trying to find someone out, and he's especially on the lookout for Sparta because he definitely does have a gut feeling there was someone there, but can't exactly seem to find him out just yet. Fairy Tail once again going for the passive approach, once again playing it out for the circle. Small weapon upgrade there, but hey. Khan finally taking the fight out with Sparta. Sparta, though, no damage taken just yet. Is going to be holding on to his position. Conf now. But actually, they still don't know about Sparta. It's just Nedex that they know about. Sparta could be the game changer here. He could be the clutch guy here. But hey, it's only the matter of time. No engagements. Only repositions. Khan leaving the high ground, coming down. There we go. Fight. Engagement made. Sparta has been found out. April is trying to deal some damage, but none dealt just yet. Khan, though, coming up from the lower ground, is going to be finding him out. Sparta, though, trying his best to stay alive, but can he really? Because, hey, it's just one guy, and Khan perfectly knows where he is. There we go. April's going to be taking out Sparta, and now they exactly know where Nedex is. And there we go. It's just one more guy. 3v1. Has to pull this out, and still that also makes him on a killing spree. But yeah, it's just seemingly over for Myth. It's just Nedex alive. 10 HP. What can he really do up against 3 of Fairy Tail?
Oh, this is an improbable situation. And Nedex, he's about to be exposed any second as Fairy Tale come out in the corner. They finish him off. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. And we do have our final ones here. The final map won out by Fairy Tale as they were in the top 3, securing almost a second spot between Redline. And I believe I'm quite confident to say that the winner of today's match, the grand final of Season 4 here, will be Fairy Tale.
Definitely will be. The amount of eliminations that they were able to get. I mean, I meant to say that I'm on the same page with you there, because yeah, it's obvious, right? The amount of eliminations that they were able to get, and also coupling it up with the chicken dinner, they are bound to get so many points from this match that they are bound to be the winner of this tournament. So yeah, that is going to be my prediction, and I believe yours too, Bob. So yeah, just this overall scoreboard, there's still going to be a little while before we see that, who's going to be really a winner. We are going to be revealing that soon enough, but for now, we don't even know that. It's going to be revealed soon enough. But yeah, amazing game by Fairy Tale. Especially, they really took their chance, as we said, that this is gonna be the final chance that these teams are gonna be getting at, you know, winning this entire series. And Fairy Tale really just put it to good use. They just went all out from the early on, from the get-go. They were like, hey, just get all the eliminations we need, just go all out. And yeah, they did exactly that. So yeah, that is gonna be giving them the eliminations, giving them the points that they need to be winning this championship. And other than that, really good performances across the board from other teams too. What do you really think, Bob? Who's the, you know, which teams really just impressed you overall, other than Fairy Tale?
Ooh, that's a good question. I mean, Redline. I feel like Redline were quite consistent throughout some of these maps, and, well, they've definitely proven themselves to be a strong one. Gaming Gladiators, as well, were quite hyped up before the match, and they lived up to those expectations without a doubt. Just sadly could not pull through in map number 6, but in the end, all 3 teams, both Fairy Tale, both Redline, and of course Gaming Gladiators, I think they really showed that they are definitely worthy of having this top 3 title.
Yeah, I do agree. Redline is the kind of team that doesn't really go all out for action every single time. They are known to be playing passive, and yeah, they were able to accumulate a lot of points just by doing that. They didn't really have an unfortunate run in the previous game, but hey, they were getting a lot of points in the overall around the, you know, throughout the series. So yeah, Redline, good team. Hey, unfortunate for these guys that weren't really able to make it out on the top. And now we are gonna be revealing the champion of this series of Plausible Gaming PUBG Season 4. And of course, it's gonna be Fairy Tale for the champions. Congratulations to these guys. And yeah, you can't really take away the credit. They really did play it out super well, especially in the last game. It was just amazing to see.
Absolutely taking home the prize of $200. They well than more than deserved it. And well, Fairy Tale, GG's to you and to all the remaining teams that could not make it to the top. They were fantastic contenders. And of course, Aller, let me just ask you one thing. Why was all of this possible?
Plausible Gaming and Plausible Gaming only. They are the ones behind this all. They are the ones making it all happen, hosting tournaments across different games. Valorant is bound to come, but for now, PUBG, Counter-Strike, these 2 amazing esports titles, and many more to come, of course. But yeah, Plausible Gaming is the only reason we are able to see such amazing games go down. And this is now the overall rankings, the final rankings, with Fairy Tale obviously the champions with 71 points, with Gaming G, Redline following up. Gaming G kind of fell off, but they did really have a good chance of taking it. But you really cannot take away the credit that Gaming G, they were able to take away 2 chicken dinners in this series, which, well, no team was able to surpass. Fairy Tale even, they were able to get 1, BFD 1. You know, these chicken dinners kind of are the point of the entire point of PUBG. But hey, Gaming G 2 chicken dinners, but weren't really able to make it out on top. But other than that, yeah, Fairy Tale taking it home with them. Other contenders as well. Really nice performances overall. Just, you know, a lot of eliminations to be seen. Some teams were like, they were simply just not really playing it out, you know, that aggressively. They were just aiming it for the survivals, but unfortunately weren't really able to get the eliminations. So yeah, weren't really able to make it out on the top. Unfortunate, but still a really good fight put up by these guys.
And if you want to see yourself maybe one day on those leaderboards, make sure to join Plausible Gaming's community. These community matches are here for a reason, to not only entertain, to provide players for having even matchups, and in the meanwhile, it's a fantastic competition. Again, subscribing in their Discord would even give you perks and pros. Like we said many times, no cons in the meanwhile, as it's only pluses, things to look forward to, and expand on the community with many more others that could be of same skill, maybe better, maybe worse, but what matters is that you build that trust, you build that friendship, and well, this is what Plausible Gaming is here to do. And this competition today was fantastic. It was a pleasure for me, and I believe Holler as well. You can feel that it was a pleasure doing this cast today. Yet again, Season 4 will be finishing us off. We do have CS upcoming and many more games like Valorant, but now we will be signing you off, as it has been a great day, and we hope to see you in the future.